Welcome back. This is attorney Thomas Burton, and today I want to talk about the difference between a healthcare power of attorney and a financial power of attorney, and why you should have both. So this term power of attorney, many people are familiar with, but historically, the first document that we called the power of attorney was a financial power of attorney, or a durable power of attorney for finances and property. That came along first in the law, the concept that you could create this document whereby you name an agent to act on your behalf if you are ever incapacitated or unable to act. So several years later in the law, decades later, the concept was applied to healthcare, saying if we can name an agent to act for your financial affairs and property, why can't we do the same with healthcare? So now in Wisconsin, we have both a healthcare power of attorney and a financial power of attorney. And I recommend that any adult over age 18 have both. But for sure, you should have the healthcare power of attorney, because in that document, you name an agent to act on your behalf if you are ever incapacitated or unable to act. So the classic situation you can think about is a coma, where you're in the hospital in a coma, unable to communicate. You need someone who knows your wishes and knows you well to communicate with your doctors about your care. And in the healthcare document, you can make decisions about end-of-life care, feeding tubes, resuscitation, and whether or not you want to be an organ donor. So those are all important choices you make in the document, and then you name an agent to act on your behalf if that situation ever occurs where you're unable to act. Now, while you are able and while you have capacity, you remain fully in control of your own health affairs. So this only kicks in a situation where you're incapacitated or unable to act. And the document defines that as a situation where two doctors have signed off saying you're unable to manage your own healthcare affairs. So for instance, mental incapacity or later in old age, if that would occur. Or again, if you're in a coma, you're unable to communicate. So the difference between the healthcare power of attorney and the financial power of attorney, the concept is the same. You name an agent, a fiduciary, to act on your behalf, but the healthcare applies strictly to your health, and the financial applies strictly to your financial affairs and assets. And it's a good idea to have both documents in place in case you ever encounter that situation, because then you have one person taking care of your property and financial affairs, and one person taking care of your healthcare affairs. And they don't have to be the same person. In fact, often it's not the same person that would be good at both roles. So I see confusion about that, and today I wanted to make this quick video about the difference between a healthcare power of attorney and a financial power of attorney in Wisconsin, and why I believe every adult should have both. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.